ironic.
You know the truth is the truth, that's all I know. Cry loud and spare not, you gon' get exposed. A few real niggas left, you not one of those. Real soldiers, we was born to stand 10 toes. If he ain't one West, that nigga not one of mine. He got a purple 12, me, I got a black 9. The truth is the wife of my youth, chop of my concubine. Had to die to get my rib, that bitch forever mine. You know the game, a bishop gotta be blameless. But GMS teaching niggas to be rapists. They screaming we snitch. When Joe Morgan was killed by your brother, y'all ain't say shit. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs.
Hey, 100 deep, 100 shields on, that's 100 priests. 100 boots, that's 200 feet. Tongue like a sword when I fucking speak. Teach you how to fish instead of fucking leech. Stop selling drugs instead of trying to fuck with me. Knowledgeable, but I'm rude in my fucking speech. Life is about warfare, not no fucking peace. Hey, bitch, I cry loud when I fucking speak. Make them wait a year before they fuck with me. Turn a street nigga to a fucking priest. Cross a priest, and I promise you forever sleep.
If you can hear me.
Hey, Shalom, can you hear us, Drew?
I can now.
Okay. So, all right, Shalom. Y'all Bashem Yahshua Baraka Thumb to the Akim. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah to the Agawathian. I'm Kazak Amav, your main host, the smarter host, the better host. You know what I'm saying? Officer of 1,000 at ISUPK. I'm here, of course, with my co-host, Awadja.
Damn right.
Also an officer of 1,000 at ISUPK. I'm not sure if Drew meant to get put. Drew, did you mean to take yourself on stage? Did somebody else do that, or did he do that? I'm pulling back up just in case. All right, we
No,
have
that was
with
accident.
us. Okay, so we have with us Drew, who's that's what you want to be called by, right, Drew? Drew's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
Okay. So what we'll do is give you a few minutes to introduce yourself, and whatever it is you want to go over.
I'm Drew. Currently live in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Unfortunately, about to leave this place, head back toward the east. Prior military man. I'm Muslim. I grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where the nation is real big up there. But I don't believe in the nation as the right path for myself and my family. If I had to uh, choose a sect of Islam, I would choose the Sunni sect of Islam. But I just believe in Islam. But if I had to believe choose a side, either Shia or Sunni, I would be Sunni. Um, there's really no difference per se as Sunni or Shia, but from what I can intelligently speak on, uh, Shia just wanted um, the Prophet Muhammad's peace be upon him, his son-in-law, to take over as a successor, as the, for lack of better terms, head of Islam, than to have it like monarchy, for lack of better terms. Is whereas the Sunnis wanted to have governors in different areas. Okay, like there would be a caliph, Iran, and Caliph in Iraq, and Caliph in Saudi Arabia, stuff like that. But other than that, I'm just a Muslim, man. I don't really knock nobody's way of believing in God. You know what I'm saying? Allah. You know, as long as
Yeah.
my thing is, as long as you believe in God, we could talk. You know what I'm saying? As long as you believe in one God, we could talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just me.
Oh.
I try to be a real humble person. I don't judge
Mm-hmm.
anybody. I respect everybody's religious beliefs because I want you to respect mine. But like I
Mm-hmm.
said, as long as you believe in God, you know, we can talk.
All right. Hold up. So, with that being said, we are Israelites of the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, and what we teach is strictly biblical, right? So, we are not so respectful of other religions at all, but we are respectful of our brothers and sisters, black, native, and Hispanic people, right? So, as you are my brother, the scripture would tell us never to really, mistreat your brother, right? So,
Right.
with that being said, though, we do not so much honor Islam or Christianity or anything like that. We are strictly biblical, and we believe that black, native, and Hispanic people should only follow the God of their forefathers. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the God of the Bible, which is named Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we teach. Strictly the biblical. We take the Christianity out. We take the voodoo out, the magic mumbo jumbo out, and we read the scripture for what it is, which is a history book for our people. So, with you being Muslim, why would we? These are not headphones to the podcast. Those are my personal headphones. Why are we against Islam? Islam is fine for the Arabic man. It's never been so much fine for the black man, as our studies have shown. And like you said, you're into you can respect anything where they're monotheistic, right? Where they believe in a one God.
Right. Right. Right.
Islam does not allow you to believe in one God. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we would have this discussion with you, because you being our brother, we would always want to be able to chop it up and give you what we know, and we have a discussion because we believe it's against the Most High God of the Bible for you to worship Allah, because though some Muslims, if not all or most, teach that Allah and Yahweh is the same God, there's only one God, people worship a lot of different gods. Like they worship Buddha, they worship what's that God with the multiple hands that got the dreadlocks from? The Hindu gods. You got Buddha, the Hindu gods, and other different gods that they worship throughout the earth. You know what I'm saying? Some people believe that the black woman is
Okay.
God. You know what I'm saying? You just got different gods. They believe in Seth and the sun and different stuff like that. So there's other gods, but we do agree that there's one Most High God. Now, how are we able to separate the difference between and know that Allah is not the God, is not the Most High God of the black, Hispanic, and Native people? Because we look at history and we look at the Bible, our history, and we can look at the Quran. You know what I'm saying? And we can go from there. So that's why I felt that it was important to have this discussion with you, brother, because
Mm.
me and you kicked it on the phone outside of this for a
Right.
quick second, and you said you was, I believe your words was you've never really heard of the Israelites, and
Right. I've heard of it. I'm just not very well educated on it. I don't have much
okay,
knowledge on it. So yeah.
okay. Oh, and
So
the
that's
God I
where
was
I'm
trying
at
to
as
think of
far
is
as that.
Shiva. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we gonna chop it up, and
What?
then if you got any, we gonna do. If you could, I know you got your pen. You say you're gonna take notes. You whatever questions you got, just write them down. We're gonna go right over them after we have
Right.
our
Right.
discussion. All right. So how we'll do it is this. How did you want to go ahead and say why you believe that Islam is a good belief for the black people, for black people? You want to go first on that,
Well,
or
one,
you want to?
I one, I believe Islam is the one true belief that a black person should go with. Is because one, why not? Two, it's the one religion that it's the one religion that just plain and simple, flat out tells you what it is. and it needs to be how it is, and that's just that. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts, and maybes. There's no. Well, we got this book and that book. We got this book and that book. We got this dialect and that's this section. You got this, and I'm just going to speak on what I know of Christianity right now. We got Lutherans, we got Catholics, we got Orthodox, we got
Mm-hmm.
Methodists, we got Episcopalians, we got this ones and that ones and traditions. We got Muslims. That's it. There's one
Mm-hmm.
version of our book. There's one version of the Quran. There's never been another change to the version of the Quran. There's
Mm-hmm.
different versions of the Christian Bible. There's Roman Catholics. There's King James. There's Gideon's. Why are these versions different versions are there? There's one version of the Quran. There's been many different translations.
Mm-hmm.
There's been different many translations, but there's one version of the Quran. So and it's just peaceful. It's very peaceful. It's just a very peaceful and loving religion, man. It just makes sense for me in my life and people that I believe. What's wrong with praying 5 times a day? What's wrong with praying
Mm-hmm.
5 times a day? What's wrong with regulating and governing how you look at someone? Regulating and governing how someone should look and address you. What's wrong with regulating and governing what you put in your body and your system in your system? You see what I'm saying? No, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
perfect. I don't know a perfect person. I have vices and superfluities just like anybody else does. You know what I'm saying? With that being
Mm-hmm.
said, it's just when I took the shahada, a certain peace came over me. Like I said, um, I told my mother I wanted to be Muslim when I was young. She said, "Fine, you can be a Muslim all you want, but on Sundays you going to church with me." And I respect it because it taught.
Yeah.
I respect it because it taught me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do know is, every question that I had about Islam could be answered. It could be answered by a scholar. It could be answered by imam. It could be answered by a well-versed Muslim who's more educated in Islam than I am. There's questions about Christianity, and I'm only
Yeah.
speaking about what I know now. There's questions about
Okay.
Christianity that can't be answered by a preacher, by a scholar, by whomever. Well, that's just because that's how it's supposed to be. No, I need more than because that's just how it's supposed to be. Feed my spirit, feed my soul. Let me know why. You see what I'm saying? Tell me how come. Well, if furthermore, just you ain't giving me what I need. You ain't feeding me. You need to give me more. And if you ever
Yeah.
read a comparison to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, in my personal opinion, and it's just me speaking, the Old Testament, the Torah, and the Quran pretty much the same stories. The difference is the difference is I'm sorry, excuse me. The difference is my daughter, she's called me and she's sending me text messages at the same time. The difference is
No, no sweat. Take your time. Go
the
ahead.
the difference is the New Testament, in my opinion. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And as far as Islam is concerned, we believe in Jesus. We do. And we believe he's a prophet and messenger, and we believe he's coming back to fight the
Mm-hmm.
Antichrist. And a lot of people get that misunderstood, misconstrued. They think we don't believe in Jesus, and they're so wrong. They're
Mm-hmm.
so wrong. They're so wrong. They think we don't believe in Samson and David, and we do. We just believe that Muhammad was the last messenger, peace be upon, was the last messenger of Allah to come down and spread the word. He was the last one because remember, back in the day, from my understanding, back in the day, there was no such thing as Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
There was no such thing. You just believed in God. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you believed in
Okay.
God, and back in the old days, back in the Old Testament, they was worshiping cows and worshiping the everything that was wrong, in my opinion. Notice I keep saying my opinion because this is the way I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm not forcing nobody else, my opinion on nobody else. I want to let everybody know that this is just the way I think. I'm talking about my block, my street, my house. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. Um, yeah. So there was no such. I mean, and who said a king named James could be the determination of writing the Bible, his version of what he thinks. You know what I'm saying? Who said he could do it? You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But I get a case of the raps and the rambles. So go ahead, man.
Okay. All right. So you said a lot of heavy stuff, right? Some stuff, even we agree with it, right? When you speak on
Right.
Christianity, understand we think Christianity is complete and utter trash, complete and utter dogma. They worship multiple gods. That your mother said, okay, we gonna go to church on Sunday. She's taking you to worship the God of the sun. You know what I'm saying? Because in the Bible it
Right,
says to
right,
worship on
right,
the Sabbath day, the seventh day. Sunday is the first day. You know, Monday is the first
right,
day of the work week. You know what I'm saying? So we completely
right,
agree. We here that's trash. You know what I'm saying? We all know Christianity be completely trash, right? But some
right,
things you did say, I'm not gonna go in order of what you mentioned because I had to wait on my pencil and paper. But you
right.
mentioned that Islam was peaceful. So Islam being peaceful is not the truth. Islam is not peaceful at all, and it's never been peaceful. So you mentioned in the Bible that they worship multiple gods, which they was punished for. They did worship cows. I believe Aaron built them a golden calf in the wilderness, and the Lord punished them for that because we know the Most High to be a jealous God in the Bible, right?
Can
Right.
Uh, yeah, we can hear you.
okay, y'all can hear me because I can't hear
Can you
myself.
hear him?
No, I
Can you
can't
hear
hear
me
you.
when I speak?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There you go. I heard you. All right, so they did have the calf in the in the scriptures, but they was punished for that, right? So Christianity does not follow the Bible. We are not Christians at all. You know what I'm saying? So we do follow the Bible, and we know you will be punished for idol worship. Now, we do believe it to be true that a black, Hispanic, or Native American man that is worshiping Allah is idol worship, and that's what they was doing in the wilderness. They worship a God that their forefathers had not known. Your forefathers did not know Allah at all. In fact, to prove 2 points at one time, for you to say that Islam is peaceful and that it doesn't have idol worship, the or is the way for your people, Islam was pushed on your people through slavery. All right, so I left my book. It's a book I have. It's actually called Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? And it speaks on how they wage war against the Jews. You know what I'm saying? The Jews were always black. You can look at like scriptures like Solomon 1 and 5 that says, I am black, Job 30 and 30. You can see what they called them Niger in Acts 13 and 1, which is the root word of nigger, what they call us as a racial slur today. All is a bunch of different scriptures that shows that the Jews was always black. You know what I'm saying? So these Jews that they was oppressing and forcing them into Islam, or they either had to convert or they had to submit to the Arabs, and then maybe they could follow their gods after that. So the same way we got Christianity, our people got Islam. You know what I'm saying? So Islam was never peaceful. They're not even peaceful towards each other. I know, like, okay, you speak of Sunni. Sunnis are not at peace with Shiites. They're not at peace. Shiites oppress Sunnis. To this day, they will oppress a Sunni. You know what I'm saying? Muslims oppress Muslims, even though in the Quran it speaks of them being peaceful. You know what I'm saying? As well as the Quran. In the Quran, give me the passage in the Quran where it speaks of, it says, just for the proof, it's a passage in the Quran that tells you that even Allah chose the Israelites to be above every other nation. So it's like you being told that you were king, and then you go choose to be a worker, or you go choose to be the butler. If Allah says Israelites is above all other nations, you as a blood Israelite should never go stoop down to be anything else other than the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And the book to go read about the Israelites is what? The Bible. Now, you also spoke of the King James, him writing the Bible. That's a common misnomer. King James did not write the Bible. King James had the Bible translated. It's called the King James translation. And then you admitted yourself through your own words by saying the Quran has many translations. The Bible has many translations. You know what I'm saying? So these is not much difference in these Bible, but the words that they use. You know what I'm saying? Now, when they pull out the Mirror Bible, it's not the Holy Bible. It's the Mirror Bible. You can have the Drew Bible. I could have the Kazakh Bible, but it's not the Holy Bible. It's actually illegal to take that Bible and then change the name or give it the same name and change what's in it. That's illegal. You can't do that. That's against the law. So they can't even do it themselves. So you speak of the Quran and the Torah being very similar, with slight differences. I could tell you some of those differences. That shows one, Muhammad based the Quran off the Torah. That's why they're similar. He was a merchant. He moved around on camelback and he sold stuff like a door-to-door salesman. And he frequented the Jews and he seen that they was monotheistic. And then after he seen that, he claimed that he went into a cave and an angel, I believe Gabriel, came to him and taught him. Which in the Bible it says that no other nation. It says, "You only have I known of all the nations of the earth."
The
The
Most
Most
High
High
God in
God
the
in the
Bible
Bible
would
would
never
never
make
make
an
an
Arab a
Arab a
prophet.
prophet.
He
He
would
would
never
never
put
put
an
an
Arab.
Arab over a black, Hispanic, or Native American man unless we was being punished for something, like slavery. You know what I'm saying? We went through slavery because we chose to go against our God. We chose to go worship these other gods. You know what I'm saying? So the thing with idol worship with our people is very common to this day. You know what I'm saying? We still being punished to this day. You know what I'm saying? And the
Froze up. Froze up. I don't hear nothing. Lost you. I don't hear nobody.
Oh
Can
wait,
you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Yes. No. I don't hear you. Um, but if you could hear me, I respect everything you're saying and exactly where you're coming from. And like I say, a difference of opinion is exactly that, and it's respected. Difference of belief in the way that we get to God is exactly that. And as long as you believe in God, like I said, we could talk one deity, one. And I'm with you. I mean, like I said, I'm no scholar, I'm no imam. I just know what I know, and if I can be educated on anything, I'm willing to learn it, and that's just that where I'm at.
all right. Wait, can you hear me now?
You breaking up.
I wonder what's going on.
All right, I got you clear. I
All
heard you
right,
say
there
what's
we go.
going on. All right, yeah.
Okay, so I forgot where I was trying to get all of that, but we can take a. I heard what you said too. I'm gonna get with that. I just wanted to finish my
Appreciate it.
thoughts, and we take a step back. We can look at how most of our people find Islam, and they find
Mhm.
Islam through what? They find Islam through prison. You know what I'm saying? They find it through prison. Imam is somebody. Surely they teach, right? Am I correct about what the imam is? They teach the people.
Teaching, yes,
It's like
teaching leads prayer, yes. It's like a
okay, so they teach it.
minister, a
So
pastor, or
the
someone.
okay, cool. So it's somebody that the Lord should be with. But one was just put to death in
Yes,
prison, and he said, if Allah see it fit to be, then let it be. And then Allah seen it fit to unalive this man, even though in court he basically was proven innocent. Not even basically, they didn't even find his prints or anything on the murder weapon, and yet he was punished for something. So we have to take a step back
that's
and look
man
like,
doing that.
why is it? Why is this? That is man doing that. But also you have to look at it. Who's more powerful between man and the Most High? If the Most High allow somebody that follows him so truly to be put to death unrighteously, then there's a problem there. You know what I'm saying? And the
That,
fact that
that has
so
been
many,
happening throughout life, though. Throughout, there's been people put to death by another man
but see,
throughout all the history.
mhm, right. So throughout all the history, but notice when well, you won't notice because that will be crazy for me to just say to you. But one thing about it is, once you start to follow the beliefs of your forefathers, nobody's putting us to death. No man is torturing us or doing none of that stuff to us here in the ISUPK under the command of General Hunter. We are following the scriptures. We not praying to no other God. We're not following none of these pagan holidays, which I'm sure you don't either follow any of these pagan holidays or
No,
none of that. We don't
nah,
we don't
nah,
compromise with them at all. Right, you know what I'm saying? So
nah.
what we do is strictly what the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying? And you're not finding us in prisons. Well, currently now you're finding us in prisons because we're going into the prisons and teaching people in the prison, and they're starting to follow the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got into the prison system. You already spoke on the Nation of Islam. You said it was the way. I grew up in the Nation of Islam and I seen it went away. Had to debate my mom on that for a while. And I started saying as a child that the Nation of Islam was a horrible place to be. You know what I'm saying? Because they were known hitmen. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have to go into all the different massacres that they've had. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With Malcolm X, they also had another massacre out in Philly, which I have the notes if you want the proof of that. They've had
I
they
believe
had
man. I'm from Philly.
Okay, so you would know, yeah, they are well known hitmen. You know what I'm saying? So it hasn't been the way for black people whatsoever at all. We've suffered under Allah throughout time. We suffered from the time we met Allah. The moment we was pushed out by Romans, pushed out of our land of Israel, the original Israel, not the state of Israel that you see today, where they split Palestine into, but all of Israel that we was at before we was conquered and pushed out of our land by the Romans and chased out into these different lands, mainly being Africa to go hide amongst other black people. So after we was pushed out there, they found us again and brought us into slavery. You know what I'm saying? You can find these scriptures in the Bible that tell us this. You know what I'm saying? And so how you were saying that Islam fits you, only thing that Islam says about you is that you're above them. You know what I'm saying? Allah has shown more favor to the Israelites in the Quran than he did his own people, the Arabs. You know what I'm saying? And so at you being a Muslim, you would hear them speak of Ishmael. They come from Ishmael, right? Ishmael is not your
Okay.
forefather. Your forefather was given a birthright that's greater than theirs. You know what I'm saying? So it couldn't be a mix
So
up. You didn't come from Ishmael. You know what I'm saying? You came from Isaac, Jacob. Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, we good. We good. We good. We good. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. All right, so you would come through a lineage of with Ishmael and Isaac. The Lord chose Isaac. In the Quran, it changes it and says that he chose that Ishmael was part of that. Ishmael was cast off with a bond. His mother was a bondwoman. He was cast off, and he blessed Ishmael with three princes. That's what Ishmael got, three princes. But you came down through Isaac and Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. The Israelites got the promise. We got the blessings. We got the priesthood. Nobody else got that priesthood. That's the history of the Old Testament before you even get to the New Testament. So we was long
Okay.
separated. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
I mean,
You got
like
this one.
once again, like I said, I'm not very well educated in the way how you believe, So, like I said, you're educating me on some things I don't know about why you believe, and I appreciate that difference of opinion, and I appreciate and respect it. So, I'm letting you talk. And
Okay.
you say this is the best way for the black man to follow. Do you believe
Yes,
this is the best way?
and this is the best belief system for you as a black, Hispanic, or Native American man or woman or child, because this is the God of your forefathers. When you go into Islam, you're following the God of the Arabs, of the Ishmaelites, their forefathers. So you leaving your people and your God, that's your power. You know what I'm saying? You was never meant. And it's very similar because it was based off what belongs to you. You know what I'm saying? It was completely based. Do you have that verse in the Quran?
Okay.
Kind of, what kind?
All right. So
Check it.
let him
All right.
let him
So
hear. Let him just
let
read
him
it
hear.
and
You
Let
actually the
him just
Quran
read it
show
and
you
yeah,
that this
let
is
him know where
coming
he can find it
directly
as
yeah,
from the
well.
let him know where
Quran.
he can find it as well.
Echo, I'm mute.
It's an echo. I'm a mute.
Go
Can
ahead.
you hear me, brother?
I can.
Okay, this is Second Surah 122. It says, "Children of Israel, call to mind the special favor which I bestowed upon you, and that I prefer you to all others for my message. For my message." That's it on that side.
Read it again.
Kind of kind.
There you go.
Children of Israel,
And this is the Quran. Go ahead.
children of Israel, call to mind the special favor which I bestowed upon you, and that I prefer you to all others for my message.
All right. So with that, he said he preferred you to all others for his message. So even there, he's saying his message is preferred to the Israelites. It's not the Arabs. Can y'all can still hear me?
Kind, I can hear
I
you,
had
sir.
to,
I can hear
Drew.
you. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I guess everybody froze up.
Can you hear
Still
me?
here?
Everything good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I was trying to be off in my notes, but I don't think it'll let me stay in the notes. But you said there was no idol worship in Islam, but people
No,
go all the way to. Go ahead.
no, no. When I say idol worship, there's no idol worship. No, 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 no. Just no. I no. I can't say no other way. No idol worship. No
Yeah,
idol worship.
but
I
there's
mean,
idol worship in the Quran. I mean, there's idol worship in Islam and being a Muslim because you have to go circle a rock that they used to have gods inside the Kaaba stone. They used to have gods inside of there. It was other statues and stuff that they worship inside of there. But that's
the
what you're
way that
doing when you.
the way I understand that,
Mhm.
the way to understand that, that's just like not an idol. It's like a monument or a historical site. That's what's the word I'm looking for? Monument to, but that's not an idol, man. It's not an idol.
Okay, so
No, it's
if you
not an
was
idol.
to fall down and worship the Most High, what are some things you would do? Like when you worship,
Prostrate.
what,
You know what I
prostrate,
mean when I say
which
prostrate?
means what?
Yeah, put my face on the ground.
No.
Put my
Mm-hmm.
yes, I do.
What else? What's something else? No, what's something else? No, I'm not disagreeing with that. What's something else?
Okay, what do you want to know specifically about when I pray?
No, just some things for when you worship. That's it. I'm not gonna attack that particular thing. It's just I'm just getting a list from you of some things you do when you worship. So you said prostrate, which means to
Are you
bow and
asking me
put your
how I
face in
go
the
through
ground.
my? Do you asking me how what about perform
No, just
voodoo
some
and
things
go through my
that's
motions?
considered just some things that you would do. I mean, I guess that's good enough because even with that, after the Hajj is circling the Kaaba so many times, and then they stop and they prostrate. They kneel down and put their face in the ground, all facing towards this Kaaba stone, which is the Kaaba stone was
Okay, but
taken from. Just let me finish this one. The Kaaba stone was taken from the gods. You know what I'm saying? When they worshiped 360 some gods before Muhammad, that Kaaba stone was one, and they took it. They brought that
Muhammad's
into
not a
Islam
god; he
because
was a
even in the
prophet. Peace
Quran.
be upon him. Muhammad wasn't a
No,
god; he was
no,
a
okay.
prophet.
So I'm
Peace be
not
upon him.
saying did I call him a god? No, I wasn't saying Muhammad
Yes.
was a god. I was saying that that the Kaaba stone was one of the gods. The Kaaba was one of the gods that they had when they worshiped 360 some gods. The Kaaba stone transitioned with the people when after Muhammad came. It transitioned with them, which is why they circle it and they still bow to it. Then they kiss it, and you know what I'm saying. They go up to it, and it's like a metal part of
Have
the
you have
rock.
you have you
That
have you made a hajj?
no, I've never
Have you
made a
completed a
Hajj.
hajj?
No, I don't
Neither
believe
have
in no
I, so
Hajj. We not Muslim.
I can't say they've
Well,
kissed it.
this
I know they throw. Go ahead.
this is the information that you can get right on Google and see it. You can definitely go see it. Like it's not a
I
secret
don't.
type of thing. People go and
I know it's not. I know
they
it's not a
you can
secret. I
check
don't
it
believe
out.
everything on Google.
Hmm.
I don't believe everything on Google nowadays, especially with this this artificial intelligence stuff. I don't believe everything on Google. I don't believe everything on Google. I've learned to read, but now I read to
Okay.
learn.
Okay, well, yeah, just check out what they do when they make those Hodges because they definitely circle it. And then even with,
I know that.
sorry, I about to say, even with that being said, when they're doing that, check out how many people is trampled to death when they doing that thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not even safe to do. So it's nowhere safe that's been there in this faction of any Islam. It just haven't been. And then they're writing a book and then going against the book. So they have the Quran, which is passages in the Quran you would know, shoot, better than me that speaks of being peace. You know.
Everybody has gone against the book as a person, as a human being, as man on earth, because every man is flawed. Everybody
Hmm.
has gone against their own book at some point in time. even if it comes down to having sex before marriage. Everybody's going
Mhm.
against their book at some point in time. Excuse, I see the young man to the in this thing here, and I'm not
No,
trying to be any
No,
kind of
you,
disrespectful
he
to him.
had to
he
sit in
had to sit
class
in class
and learn
and
it.
learn it
Well,
as well.
that's how they
That's how
learn
they
to
learn
be
to be
men.
men.
Okay,
You
You
good?
good?
so I mean, with that being said, I mean, who's perfect? Like I said, I have my own vices and superfluities. Um,
Hmm.
Hmm.
like I said, everybody goes against their book at some point in time.
Right.
Right.
So,
So,
So
okay, so not
okay,
saying
so
that
not
I'm not
saying
gonna sit
that
here and
I'm
say
not
that
gonna
we are
sit here
all
and say that
perfect.
we are
The
all
scriptures
perfect,
do
but
teach
the
you to
scriptures
strive
do
for
teach
perfection, and a
you to
lot of
strive for
things that
perfection,
you
and a lot of
will
things
hear
that
about,
you
like
will hear about,
that's
like
sinful, and it comes from
that's
Christianity
sinful,
and is not
and
true.
that's it comes
Like
from
some people would
Christianity
say,
is
sex
not true.
before marriage
Like some people would
is a
say,
sin,
sex before
but in the
marriage
scripture,
is a sin,
sex is
but in
marriage.
scriptures,
When you lay with
sex
a
is
woman, you have to
marriage.
endow her as
When
your
you
wife.
lay with a
She's
woman, you have to
now
endow her as your
yours.
wife. She's
You can't
now
leave that woman. You
yours.
know what I'm saying?
You can't leave that
So
woman. You know what I'm
we,
saying?
when you lay with
So
a woman, the sin
when you
comes
lay with a
when you
woman,
try
the
to put
sin
her away,
comes when you try to put her
or you
away,
try to get rid of her
or
for
you try
another
to get
woman.
rid of her
That's when
for
the
another
sin come
woman.
in.
That's when the
But
sin
the
come
sin
in.
is not
But
there
the sin is
because
not there
y'all
because
laid together.
y'all laid
That's
together.
not the thing. You know
That's
what I
not the
mean?
sin. You know what I mean?
you're echoing, and what
I
I
believe
think
that's
I'm
you were
I believe
watching.
understanding
that you were
you
watching.
is that um, you lay with a woman in lust. That's when it becomes sin. Is that what I'm hearing?
Um, Not necessarily. Because they also, I don't want to say that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Christians, and I have a lot of Christians on my page. They hear lust and they try to mark that as something sinful. When the
I
man
mean, I
lusting,
understand what you're saying, but
no,
I
not you,
understand
not
exactly
you.
what
I'm
you're
talking about
saying.
like
But
the Christians on my
oh,
page, because you use that word. I want
okay,
to make it clear for you know what I'm saying for them. I don't want to, you know how it is now. I don't want them making a chopped up video of me saying something that wasn't what I was saying. But
okay,
it's very okay for a man to lust after a woman. That's how you get with most of the women you've ever been with. You know what I'm saying? So if you with you got a wife now, if you with her, you lusted after her. You found her attractive and went after her. You know what I'm saying? Courted her, did whatever it is you did. The sin comes in when you lay with that woman and try to discard that woman, try to get rid of that woman. You
yes,
know what I'm saying?
okay,
Denounce that woman.
I understand.
Now, if you lay with that woman and go get another woman, and then that woman be like, okay, you need to get rid of your old woman, and you do that, that's sinful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
you're not
can't
supposed to
do
do
that.
that,
You can't.
and
Yeah.
that's something too. I would
At
like to
that
touch
point, you
base on
have.
because a lot of people. I like to touch base on the multiple wives situation because
Hmm.
I was informed that I was going to be asked that question at some point in time. Um, you just can't just go out and
What,
just, hey,
multiple
I want
wives?
another one, I want another one, I want another one. Yeah, you just can't just go out there and get another one just because you want one. The society
Okay.
has got. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to break it down. Um,
Hmm.
People have a misconception, and it went back to taking on orphans. So if you were my brother, correct, or a
Hmm.
relative of mine,
Hmm.
and I were to pass, you would take on my wife to help take care of my children. That's how it
Right. The
all
law of a brother.
originated, right? And
Hmm.
or if your wife were to become ill and you needed help taking care of your wife, you would take another wife to help you take care of her. You know what I'm saying? While you were out working or what have you, it's not just I want a wife, I want a wife. Also, a lot of people get it misconstrued. If my wife were unable to bear children and I wanted a child, she and I would have to discuss it. We'd have to discuss it. She had to be in agreement and all that other stuff to take on another wife. Now, on the other hand, if I cannot afford to be equal and just to both of these wives at the same time, you don't take another wife. You know what I'm saying?
You said
If
be
if,
equal and
if
just. What do you mean?
equal, if your cousin wants a wedding ring, a new ring, I've got to be
Hmm.
able to buy the other one the same equal ring at the same time, and
Okay.
that's just using materialistic at the
Hmm.
same time materials.
I get
Um,
it.
you're not supposed to love one more than the other. Now you cannot control your heart, but you can control your actions. You see what I'm saying? And it's just in general, that's just nature of the beast, nature of
Hmm.
everything. Um, you may have two dogs and got one dog that you love more. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And that's a
Hmm.
bad comparison. But I'm just you might have two cars, and this is your favorite car. You know what I'm saying? If
Right. I
you
got it.
cannot
Hmm.
handle the pressures or the the everyday life of that life. You don't. And it's also misconstrued that you don't necessarily have, you don't put them all in the same bed. You know what I'm saying? And but
Hmm.
like it was once said, do people take advantage of certain things? Yes. Do people misconstrue certain things? Yes. Do people use certain things for the wrong reasons? Yes, they do. And they have
Okay.
to get themselves in check in order. If you can't handle it, just stick with one. If you
Right.
can't handle it, just stick
Okay.
with one.
So,
You know,
uh, to, oh, wait. I don't want to cut you off. It's good for me to
oh
go.
yeah,
I
like I
ain't
said,
mean to
okay,
cut
I'm
you off.
sorry, I'm sorry. If you can't handle it, just stick with one. And there's nothing wrong with one. You know, it's perfectly fine to have just one because women are a handful. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But
Okay. So, oh, go. You got more?
if she don't want to live in the same house, you got to be able to provide a second house. And we all know how hard it is to take care of one home as opposed to two. So I'm done with that topic and that situation. So I just want people to understand and not just think, men are Muslims because they want um, to per se have multiple wives. And people don't also know it's haram, as we call haram, sin for me to make her mad. You know what I'm saying? It's a sin for me to make her mad. You see what
Okay.
I'm
All
saying?
right.
As
So,
and vice versa though.
okay. So let me go on that one. As far as multiple wives go with us, is no particular reason a man has to have to take on another wife. We don't have that, but the Bible do says it warns us to be careful of multiplying wives to ourselves, right? Because they can
Hmm.
lead you off. You know what I'm saying? Multiplying wives to yourselves is not a
thing
wise
to do.
thing to do.
And
And
so,
so,
Hmm.
as
as far as a man being able to take care of both wives or all the wives or whatever, and it falls solely on him, that's not something you got to mute that. That's I'll turn it down. That's something that we don't go by. We let that man be the brain unit in that. The scripture give us some laws like you can't deny her what do they call it? What's the word the Bible use? No. You can't deny her basically you can't deny her sex.
Same, same,
What else? What's
same.
another one? If you have a wife, if you got a wife, is a law saying if that wife that you hate had your firstborn, that firstborn gets everything. So it don't put the task on you of saying like, oh, you gotta love your equals. Sometimes you can't control that. Well, I believe that's a little far fetched because sometimes you can't control if you can look. What if one literally goes against everything you do? You know what I'm saying? She does everything outside of land with another man and causes this hatred. You know what I'm saying? Or if she hates her husband because this husband treats her horribly. She hates her. Well, I said this because her husband treats her horribly. You would have to take counsel on that. You know what I'm saying, to fix these things. But she can't control the hatred because he treats her a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So it's ways we have in fixing it, but it's not those laws to it. But also some things you said that gave me there arose a question which just Ari commented and basically got to it before I even said it. It says, I was told they believe in beating their wives. Is that true? It's a question she was asking you.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay, so
Absolutely not.
but that's in the Quran though, actually, that they can beat their wives.
No.
Yeah, it said
I
you can
mean, I'm not saying
smite.
it's not. So
Smite
hold on,
means
I'm
to
not
hit.
arguing the fact that it's not written. I'm not saying it's not written there. But as I was told as by an imam, you know, that's old timey writing.
You hear me?
You know what I'm
You said
saying?
that's what?
I was told by an imam that's written in the Quran, and
Hmm.
yes, but do you know better? You know what I'm saying? Do you know better?
Wait, so how do
You
you
know,
know? Is this is the book you follow? You can't really say, do you know like you know better than was written in the Quran? That's shaky right there.
okay.
To know better than the
That
book
that
that you
sounds
follow
that
is
sounds
like I don't know
contradicting,
better than
right?
the scriptures. I
That that
follow the
sounds
scriptures.
that sounds contradicting, right? That
Yeah,
sounds a little
that's
contradicting
real
what I just said,
contradictory
right?
right there, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's written in the book, but I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
walk
I'm
up
not
and
even gonna
slap
say
the. I'm not,
contradicting. You, I mean,
It's
there
I'm
is
not
rules.
right.
There is rules.
And there's
We
also
can find the passage in his rules. I believe this is before we get it. I'm gonna get it. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. But it says something about denying her the bed, separation from her, and then denying her the bed, separating from her. If she don't listen after that, smite her, which means to hit. So it's rules. You deny her bed, which is laying with her. You separation, and then you can hit her after that if she's still not acting right.
they say, okay, I've read that.
Hmm.
It's not just, oh, she ain't acting right. She ain't make no coffee, so she don't get no sex.
Hmm.
If she ain't acting right, she can't sleep in the bed with me. No, it's the way how I understood that is if there's marital problems, and instead of going to divorce, this is one way how you fix that. Maybe you don't need to
So
sleep
if
together
it's
for a while. Maybe you don't need to have sex for a while.
okay,
That's the way I read and understand that. Now, if she
but
ain't
what
acting
about the
right, you get
smiting
slapped
part,
the
the
shit out.
hitting part?
Back in the day, that's how they did it. It's written there, yes.
But see, you can't say that. All of the Quran is back in the day. This the
But it
whole
was
thing
written
is
there,
back in the day. You know what I'm
and I said it was written there, yes. I did say
saying?
it
Hmm.
was written. Okay,
Okay,
so I'm
so I'm gonna
supposed to.
say, let me ask you this. My wife is pissing me off. I deny her the
Yeah,
bed, separation, and she still wants to be. She still don't want to listen to what I'm saying, and I smack her.
you
If
need to pray about it
the
before you
is
put
the
your hands on it.
so I have to. Well, I gotta pray before I smack her. That
You
come on,
should.
man. I don't that right there.
No, I
See,
mean, you know
come on,
exactly
brother.
what I'm
You need to
saying,
be
though.
over
Let's be
here with us
realistic
right
about it.
there. That's crazy. We
Nah,
can't pray
you
before
know
you.
exactly what I'm saying,
I
though,
mean,
man. For real, for real.
okay.
Let's hold
So
on.
pray
Time
on
out.
it.
Time out. Time out.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Time
ahead.
out.
Go ahead.
Let's talk. Let's talk like that. Let's talk. Let's talk. You know what? You know exactly what I'm saying, man. Right? Come on. Let's be real. Before you put
But
your hands on
okay. So
anybody,
give
you,
me, give me. I'm gonna say this. Give me the concrete way. Just give me the concrete. Okay. So I go through these steps. I follow the Quran. I go through the steps, and she's still acting up. Wait, do you got the passage? You got that passage in the Quran? Okay, go ahead and read that for me. Then we gon' because I don't want to say nothing wrong.
I'm ready.
Go
Whenever.
ahead. Go ahead.
Can y'all hear y'all? Cool. It says, men are protectors and maintainers of the one, because Allah has given the one more strength than the other, and because they support them from their means. Therefore, the righteous woman are devoutly obedient, and in their husband's absence, when what Allah would have them guard. As to the woman on whose the part ye fear disloyalty and ill conduct, admonish them first. Meaning that's the part where you don't have the sex with her. It said refuse them to their bed.
That's the
And
part.
then it says at last beat them. Beat them lightly. But if they return to obedience.
But if they return to obedience. Okay, so it gave steps.
okay. With that
Go
being
ahead.
said, it is written. I'm going to have to talk to my higher and get further instructions on that because I don't per
Okay.
se not going to do that.
Well, here we take counsel. We just
We
go
just go
get
get
counsel
Well, I'm
counsel
going to
from.
from
need some
like
counseling on that.
no, I
No, I
mean
mean,
between
but
that. Okay, yeah. But
but
I mean like as far as you and your wife, I can really call because we
because we
go
go
by
by.
ranks. I could
I can
call the
call the
man
man.
that's ranked over me, the captain of the school, Captain Hadariala over Detroit, Michigan. He
He
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
answer.
answer.
You know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Or get back with me swiftly, and then we counsel, and then he judges outside of the emotion that I may have to my wife, or
Or
outside of
outside of
the
the
emotions
emotions
that
that
she
she
may
may
have
have
to towards me. You know what I'm saying? He give us a just answer, and not favor me because I'm his brother, and not favor her because that's his sister. He give us a biblical, righteous answer, and we don't condone beating your women, and it's not written in scriptures. But all
Okay.
in all, is there anything else you want to go over?
Nah, man, I'm good. I'm just thankful and that y'all invited me, and I'd like to do it again sometime. Once again, like I did say in the beginning, I'm no scholar, I'm no imam, I'm no nothing. I just know what I know, and I like to drop the knowledge that I know, and y'all have enlightened me, and I thank y'all.
Okay, and you know what? Whenever you down to come back, man, hit me up. Hit me up directly. We gonna get right back to it. But yeah, man, yeah, just hit me up and then get back with us definitely on what your it's called the imam.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, pause. Wait, imam? Like
imam.
that's what I be saying when
I
they say IMAD. IMAD.
IMAM. That imam.
Oh, okay. So yeah, get with them and then whenever you do that, just get back with us and we gonna chop it up and then do another podcast, man. Ain't nothing to it.
We're not
You
gonna
already
do
know what it is.
Oh
Y'all
wait,
take
so
care,
did you
man.
still want to do the Q&A?
Actually, I got to call my daughter back. She hollering at me pretty tough.
Okay, all right. Well, with that, we gonna say shalom, man. Make sure you get back with us, man. We gonna chop it up.
All right,
And
man. Sound like
just if you come up with any questions, just write them down. When you ready to come back, we chop it up again.
Hey, if
sure
I
will,
could,
man.
just quick too, brother. Just
Say
make sure
again.
you watch us a little bit. That way, you can learn more about us, and then when we come back, we can have a more of a dialogue type of thing.
That'll work.
All right, man.
All
Shalom.
right, man. Y'all take care. Sound like
Shalom. Yeah, that brother said shalom alaikum. He gotta go talk to his mom, Imam. All right. Well, yeah. I guess we don't get the Q&A to later. Kind of disappointing. I know Cap on here. I know he had some questions. AR got her question answered. That was crazy. He said he did.
So,
He said it's old times. He said absolutely not. We can't beat them. And it's written. And then just said, you know what? Fuck it. We not doing it. Capadar said, talk to your teacher about pedophilia too, because Muhammad was a pedo. Facts. Smooth said Amon, I guess he was asking. He Hadar as well, Cap, he said he definitely don't want no questions.
like, he ain't want
Facts,
no
didn't want
questions.
no questions. Cap said he never coming back. Facts. My nigga Smooth said, you almost said while I could so no, I ain't whatever you sound like you about to hawk up some cold, nigga. I ain't sick, I ain't almost say that shit. He's like, Just Ari said
Gotta have
he
one
was
somewhere.
all opinions the whole time. Facts. He was definitely all opinions, man. Like, and I'm not knocking his brother. I'm gonna tell you, he speak a lot more honest than a lot of Muslims do. You know what I'm saying? He said he wasn't no scholar. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that shit have a hold on you before you can really just be like, okay, maybe I should check something else out. Because when you look at Islam, it ain't been there. And I had a lot of notes, but it's in my phone. I ain't know it's gonna cut me out when I was going over those notes. Go ahead,
If I may, sir.
introduce yourself to the people too, man.
How you doing? Shalom, Israel.
How you doing? That nigga said, "How you doing, man?"
Sponsor Alban 500 out of
500,
UK.
yeah.
And the first thing that I thought about when he said that you can strike your woman, I watched Boondocks.
Hmm.
And when he said you can strike your woman, then he said you got to pray about it.
Yeah, he said you gotta. He said you got. I try not to laugh at that brother, man. I like that brother, man. I try not to laugh at that, but go ahead, man.
As soon as I think about, a woman getting, physically abused, I think about pimps, because pimps be,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
pray about it. It shot me straight back there like, let me say the pimp's prayer.
Let me say that. Not the pimp's prayer. He said that.
Salaki, sir.
Oh
It
man,
was amazing
my
to me,
nigga Shar, man,
to
should
say
love.
stuff like that.
Man, listen, dog. Yeah. I mean, I went over a couple things. We couldn't go over it all, But I went over, I was able to go over a couple things. He just kind of just said he agree to disagree. I mean, everything I gave him is facts. Muslims has never been peaceful, not towards each other, not towards our people for sure, because you got it the same way as Christianity through warfare,
Okay.
through
If
them
Yeah,
I'm,
conquering our people. You got to
gotta
mute
do
that.
that.
Oh, you
Are you
finna
finna
say
say
something?
something?
Go
I was
ahead,
just
go
about
ahead.
to say something right quick. That brother wasn't prepared for what he was walking into.
Hey,
As most Muslims are not, man. They just, that's what they do. They just talk.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell you,
tell
you
you, you
gave
gave
him
him.
good counsel. When you done, you gotta mute that because it echoes. I'm Elijah is a brother. He's a real brother to those who are Israelites and those who are not, which is heavy. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing to be a brother to your people, right? Because he gave him the best counsel. He said, "How about you watch us a little bit more, and then after you do that, you come back and chop it up with us." You know what I'm saying? Which I tried to get him a preface, but he still did what most Muslims do. You raising your hand? Okay, we gonna get you on the mic right here. That might come good. But he did what most Muslims do, or anybody who don't know about the Israelites. He confused us with Christians. He started saying stuff about Christianity, which he was correct in Christianity, but it don't apply to us as Israelites at all. All right, don't apply at all. Go ahead, Pfeiffer. He don't need the headphones. He just need the mic. Come on, hurry up, man.
Islam forced Muslim uh on North and South Sudan, and they had an 11-year war about it.
Wait, Islam's did what now?
Forced
Oh, they forced
Mus-
Islam on people, is what you're saying? And they had a what? How long was the war?
11 years.
Get that man in here, man. Get that man
Zach is raising them right. That
in
brother
here, man.
is a
I
man.
don't even know where
Most
he
high
get half of that stuff from. Go ahead, I mean,
If I may, sir, I believe that he's talking about the Sunni and the Shiite Muslim war
Yep.
that's been going on. The brother is exactly right with what he's saying.
nah. What they don't know is as black men, y'all be following Muhammad as a prophet, but he killed black people a lot. Like he took pleasure in. I'm mad I left the book at home. I made sure I pulled the book out and then left it at the crib because they talk about Muhammad and how they just destroyed the Jews, and they even called them the children of Israel in the book. They just destroyed them and they forced them to convert. You know what I'm saying? Because they just had too much luxury in the land while they were still living. Some of them was living barbaric and not, you know what I'm saying, doing as well as we was. So yeah, man, that was crazy. But the fact that he said you got to pray about it, that shit was fucking hilarious, man. He said they was peaceful. I brought up war. How did black
He said
response to that
idol
either?
worship in the Bible.
The idol worship in the Bible. We was punished for it, but the Quran tells you to go to that cobblestone. Matter of fact, I
Go over it.
Kind of, all that's in the notes.
Yep.
You got about 4 or 5 zeros on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did pass you my notes, didn't
If I may,
Yeah,
sir.
don't
go
try to
ahead.
be great.
I?
Yeah, yeah. I was. Hey, listen. Shit. Even my real AR was like, "Yeah, you ready for the debate? Oh yeah, I'm ready. I got every nook and cranny that can happen in this debate. Go ahead, or this discussion."
And sir, I may sound a little sarcastic when I say this, but understand that the Islam wants you to go and kiss and worship a rock when rocks destroyed our people in the
I
80s and
said
90s.
that he was in denial. Wait,
Wait,
what?
Rocks destroyed our people.
Rocks did destroy our people, and our people are destroyed by rocks. You are that are that's true. That's actually real true.
And the thing about the brother is, man, that brother is just like
I don't
every
know if
other
we can
brother.
hear you. You gotta unmute.
Can y'all hear me? No, I'm not muted. I should be able to be heard. And the thing about the brother is just like he like every other brother. They don't follow Islam. They follow whatever they think Islam is.
Damn right.
That's what they follow.
Yeah.
Whatever they make up inside their head about Islam, that's what they follow. They wear them
Yeah.
stupid kufis and get that stupid prayer rug to worship nothing because
Damn, you
they
went
know
from being a
nothing.
brother to calling him stupid. That nigga heavy, ain't he? You can't trust the wise. You don't know where he gonna go. But
I
it,
call I call I call that stupid prayer rug that they pray on. I didn't
hey,
call
the
the
Bible
brother
calls the
stupid.
Kaaba a dumb stone. A dumb stone. We ain't even get a chance to get off into that, man. I wanted to get off into a lot of stuff, man, but we didn't get a
We
chance
weren't
to.
we weren't never gonna get into that because the brother don't know enough.
He got to know the Quran at least.
The brother don't know.
He said he need a whole nother Quran.
You ain't pulled the one I wanted either.
I did.
You no, not the one that said we are above the other nations in the Quran. It's a few of them I think I had sent you in them notes.
That kind.
22.
That's the one I put.
That's the I think maybe
That's
it's
the
that
first one.
translation. Okay.
Come on, chill.
It was plenty.
It did say it in there, and I ain't even peeped to just then. The Lord was with me because I peeped it. It said He preferred us to the priesthood. We got the priesthood. That's in the Quran.
Yeah, kind.
So there is no Muhammad.
It's the same thing. It's the message. It's just a different,
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
it's the
exactly
same
what
thing.
they said.
That's it.
Kind.
That's exactly what they mean by the messenger. The priests are the messengers. We are given. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. He might go back and watch that and be like, yo, I gotta go back on here and defend myself. You gotta fight back. But I will give it to him. He did say he didn't know about us, but now he can check us out. The ISUPK under Commander General Hunter, we are strictly biblical. We ain't doing none of that mumbo jumbo dogma that Christians do. We are serious here about what we do. And then, you know what's funny? He led us right into hell for him. Because he said, I want to talk about that multiple wives. The moment wives came out of his mouth, I'm like, it's going to be problems. This one the problem. You didn't hear him say that? Oh, you had walked off. He said, yeah, I told I was going to be asked about multiple wives. Honestly, I had said, I don't want to talk about multiple wives. Who is that going to help? And the Lord taught me a lesson right here in this talk. Because he came with it, and I listened to him, and he said, we are peaceful. My wife can't be mad at me. And I can't be mad at, I'm no. Ain't that what he said? He said something like that. He said, I can't make her mad, and she can't make me mad. But if you slap the shit out of her, she's gonna be mad. And you know why you slapped the shit out of her? Because she made you mad. So like I almost said Christianity, which is damn near the same thing. I wanted to bring up the fact that being Sunni and Christian, same exact shit. You worship with the Asians, you worship with the white man, you worship with black people, you worship with Vietnamese people, you worship with Hawaiians, you worship with whoever is standing next to you as a Muslim. Christians do the same thing. The exact same thing. Go ahead. Wait, let me read. Mawasar said, right. They just follow the crowd. Black Muslims don't know nothing like great fishing, sir. What do you mean? They just follow the crowd. Muslims don't know nothing like great fishing. That great fishing part just threw me off. You got to hit me with what you're talking about on that one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If I may, sir, and one of the Muslims, great speakers was Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember correctly, that Malcolm X was against everybody except for the black men until he went over to Mecca and seen all of the different races worshiping together, and then he changed his ways. He changed his thought pattern, right? And what I love about the ISUPK is that we don't change our ways because we see some other fake Israelite group doing fake Israelite group stuff.
Right, yeah. And that's what I told him. It's an echo. It's just too close to that mic. Okay. So it's just like I told him, I said, and I had to say it clear to him, we don't, I forgot the word I used then. Conform? No, not conform, but we don't, nope, not affiliate ourselves. Y'all throwing me further off. But we ain't breaking or bending for nobody. We ain't changing nothing. We don't compromise. That's what I said. We don't compromise. Oh, he said he meant great teaching. They said Fisher. He meant great teaching. They know nothing like great teaching. They don't know. Because no error, Sunni, Shiite, that other third one, Nation of Islam, Fruit of Islam, whoever else of Islam, they cannot contend because it's so flawed. He said they full of Shiite. Hey, hold up, man. There we go, man. I gotta remember to press that button. That was his job. I don't know why it's over here by me. I think I put it over here. You can say, my bad. Next time, just come get the shit. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta learn how to. You gotta perfect it. Learn when to hit them buttons. But yeah, man, that kind of canceled it out, man. We had a whole Q&A. I know they ain't got no questions to ask for us. Yeah, man. If y'all just go, if you missed it, man, go back and watch it, man. It was a good discussion though. The brother, it ain't like he got really emotional. He even got up out of there real smooth. He like, yeah, my daughter hit me up. I gotta go. Boom. That was 40 minutes ago. That was about 40 minutes. I just hope the brother come back and we can chop it up, man. I enjoyed the brother coming on the show. I know Elijah hate everybody that come on the show. He don't like people. Yeah, I don't.
I love that. Elijah hates everybody.
Yeah, no, I went to Elijah's house one time and I stayed outside. Some just say don't go in here. You're gonna be mistreated or something.
I've been to Elijah. Got multiple houses. You got multiple houses, and I've never been on the porch of any of them.
Me either. I've never stepped on the sidewalk in front of his house. You right. You right. Get that brother a hand. Yeah. I didn't get out the car. Yeah. I didn't get out the damn. Why was I dropping you off that day? We drove all the way from Pittsburgh. That brother ain't offered me to use the bathroom, the water, the hydrate. He got out of the car and said, "Hey, Shalom, man, you can't come in." I just closed my door back and I drove off. Go ahead.
If I may say, and what's what you saying got so much weight to it.
Yeah.
Because me and Elijah, we drove to Gary, Indiana, and Mashak called us when we was halfway there, and I was like, "Sir, yes, sir, we are already halfway there. We heading there." When I dropped Elijah back up at the house, he was like, "Shalom, Mark."
That's all he giving you. He let you know you're not coming in. Like, well, all right, sir, this is the end of that road. But yeah, man, listen, shout out to everybody. We finna get ready for Cap class. Make sure y'all tune in to Captain Hadaryalla's class, man. It's gonna be a heavy one. I got a feeling he gonna mention this, and I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? We gonna tune in right on here. Hey, man, shalom to everybody, man. That was Word to the Unwise podcast. Like and share the podcast, everybody. Hey, you still alive. You still alive. I'm glad everybody heard that, too. This shit education. Feel like David Ruffin had to walk away from my temptation. Steady elevating with every step. I guess I'm escalating. Still, this Mac will hit you like a truck if it escalated. Silly niggas wearing buckets, trusting in emancipation. We need separation, cause your Howard ordained segregation. I be teaching the teachers and seeking the seekers. We in the game, these fake groups be all in the bleachers.
To get set free, home of the truth, the place where I'd rather be. I'ma do it right and they ain't taking back streets. Hardcore warfare, this is life of a priest. And we don't bow down to our enemies. And if they hated Christ, then call me Chris, cause they gon' hate me. It behoove you to listen for your safety. I don't swear to God, but this shit ain't safe, B. The earth was given to the wicked, can't you fucking see? Get everything for the truth, count your life cheap. Married to the game, the truth is my wifey. That shit forever, nigga, that's how life be. They was nevers with us, blood type, AB. All bitch, nigga, that's all I see. The devil's destination gon' be slavery. Real Jew, nigga, the kingdom was made.